So first thing starting out this afternoon, got the L220 warming up. We hauled a bunch of manure yesterday with it and put about 20 hours on it since we've greased it last. Especially the front end needs a good greasing. And check over everything, throw a couple pumps of grease in each grease zerk and clean up the front end a little bit. Expected 6 to 8 inches of snow overnight. Probably ain't gonna get close to that much. If we get 5 inches, I'll be impressed, but that's what we're gonna be doing. Then we got 2 bales right there. Flip them over, unwrap them, and we got bags to clean up. And we're just gonna bed all 4 of these pens here. We cleaned that one out last night. I just put 6 scoops of sawdust in. There's a lot of cattle in there, so we'll just put a little bit in each day instead of a lot. And then yeah, anyways, and then we got to scrape freestalls, so about 2:30, something like that by now. And let's get at it. So on this machine there's 14 grease points. Usually grease 12 of them every time you grease the machine. There's 2 down here for the pins. Usually just grease them about every other, but we might just throw a little bit in there since it's pretty clean down there right now. But also get the crud added right here where the cylinder turns. So keep a screwdriver in this machine. Get your manure off the pedals here also, especially towards the bottom there. And then we can come right here. A lot of times it's frozen. Today there's a high of 44, which is going to be the warmest for the next 10 days. So I want to get some of this stuff done, servicing and such. Maybe do a little bit of greasing on some manure spreaders since we was using them pretty heavy here lately. So get this out before it freezes up too much more than it is already here, and throw some grease in it. We haven't had any problems with any quick attaches on the skid loaders freezing up or anything, so that's good. It was kind of a concern because we've never ran a machine with quick attach before, but they should hold up pretty well because that's what they're built for, and they're not very wore out either, so hopefully we don't have any problems with them. If we get a lot of snow, we'll try to help them guys out a little bit and get a couple of our roads that we use a lot, and also maybe do a couple neighbors' driveways if it's like 8 inches. We had 6 inches last year once, but we're ready whenever she flies. We haven't had any snow yet this year that actually stuck around, so it'll be interesting to see how much we get. Put 15 pumps and everything here on the front end, and then we'll just put about 3 in. That way there's not a bunch of grease all over the machine. And if you don't see any grease on the front end anyways, in there it's not as critical as long as you keep it greased. But I like to grease the front end until you see a little bit of grease. So when I finished up last night, I noticed that the back bearings are making a sound that they needed grease basically on the back spreader. So we're gonna head up while we got the grease gun out and hit up some of the main grease points on these 2 spreaders here quick. And then we'll head up, go push feet up, and get bales and clean bags up. So we're gonna try to haul 2 bales down there at once to see if we can save some time. I tried it with the 2 bales that were down there. Skid loader just barely picks them up. It'll pick them up. You just gotta launch the back end. So we're gonna try it here. Kind of see what happens. There of them cut up. Right, we're using one bale for every feeding here at the home farm, and then he'll put every 3 days when he takes a batch down to the third heifer farm and just dumps it down there. He'll put some in then, but anyway, that's how we're doing it, I guess. Just got done scraping the freestalls. It's starting to snow here. Looks like this is going to be the first snow of the year that actually sticks around. It's middle of January, and you can kind of see the white spots there. It's not really snowing that hard, just a little bit. Kind of slow snow, which is alright because we got some things to get going before we push any snow. But when we scrape the freestalls, I always scrape this side first where the cattle are and move them all over to that side and scrape this side straight, go back drag about 2 buckets width, push it all right here, and then you drive over there and come in like the skid loader is here and push it right there, and that's the manure from that. And then you go all if you take the skid loader around and come this way and push and get the cattle pushed around and put them on this side, and the gate at that end's like this, but on this end you got to put it like this way and open that gate up heading that way so you can bring the loader in, because this side's where the pit drops off. It's only drops off, what is it, a 3-foot pit, 2 foot? It's probably 3.5 down there. And right here it's not very deep there, but you got 4 places the cattle go by, so you got to back drag the manure in between there as you're scraping the manure down. Make a few swaths when it's solid, and you can clean that all up and then put sand in about once a week. So I put a decent amount of sand in a couple days ago, since it's going to be getting cold and I don't got to worry about putting sand in now for a while. This side I put it all the way in the back, and on this side I put it right in the middle because they can push it out each side. This side it kind of keeps them back so they don't crap along the edge here. They still do once in a while with the shorter heifers. But when I'm telling you scrape freestalls or pen 6, this is the only freestall barn we have here at this farm. So that's what we're doing. And then we shut that pit gate, and then this is one of the gates we put on. Yeah, 3 of us were working on this. And then we just got this chain here for to keep the gate open. I tried to not using it. It don't quite stay open. The wind will catch it and get it shut. Then when you're done, just latch it right there. And if you shut it just right, it probably won't shut there. Yeah, you got to shut it a little bit more gentle. There you go. That one will shut. Then we still got one of the originals here. Looks like I scraped her a little bit there, bud. Got a little bit of yellow paint on her. Well, I did a little bit different than I usually do. I back dragged it instead of pushing it up here. I didn't push it against that back there, probably just when I was turning. But this one seen better days, but actually when there's nothing in the pit and it's liquid, I just usually push right under the gate. Then you don't have to worry about opening and shutting it. And then you don't worry about not latching it. Because the last time I scraped, or no, 2 times ago I scraped this pen, I forgot to shut this gate. And they were all down there because we were working on the gate or something. And well, let's just say I didn't shut the gate. They all were excited to go to that end of the barn, so none of them got out, but they would have just went in the pit. Yesterday I did have a Jersey escapee. I was kind of asking for it though, because I had the gate open and it was trying to open this other gate so that half of them could go across and then Dad could run through in the middle there to feed. And I just figured none of them would run out, and then I had the gate open. It only took an extra 5 minutes, but I got it back in. She had a little bit of recess for a while. So we got all 3 dairies in here. We got that 3 dairies actually right here. Got yellow tag, white tag, and then green tag. Green tags are the Jersey dairy there. The other 2 have Holsteins. So we race for 3 different dairies. We just raise the heifers. We don't milk cows. We just hey, easy girls. They just knocked you guys off the gate. they like to get all excited and go running around here, and then they fall. You think they just go slow, but no, that'd be too easy. Last video I was talking about tightening a bolt up. That's what I was talking about there. So we call these here scissor gates. They're half the width of your opening, and they're 2 gates combined, because if you had a gate this size, you'd need 2 of them, and in this situation that wouldn't really work unless that gate was hinged on the other side, which would really not work out when you got 2 chains on each side. The other one just has 1 in the middle. And then you walk down through and scrape any manure off the ledge here as you're walking down. So you got a little bit right here, or a wet sand. Down through and open all these gates up. Probably 75 head in this barn. So next we're going to go do pens 1 and 2, and then we'll do 3 and 4. So just scraping and putting sawdust in them pens. And maybe we'll have enough snow to go pushing, but trying to see once. So we're out pushing snow. They weren't joking about getting a lot of snow. We're working on some township roads right now, and yeah. I think we're just gonna turn this windshield wiper off because it's not doing anything, the whole windshield wiper. I've already gotten out once to get the snow off of it, but this is gonna be my 3rd pass down this road. I'll come back, do a 4th, and start heading back home, and get up early and get at it again. It just started snowing heavy about 2 hours ago, and we're working on 2 roads mainly. So we're gonna call it good for tonight. We spent 2 hours scraping, so that means it's almost midnight. So we'll get a few hours of sleep and pick it back up about 4 o'clock in the morning. Get a head start before Dad starts feeding. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.